Hi everyone! Today we're going to be making the From the Heart card. So on the back of this has all of the instructions on how to assemble, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So I think we'll be making this card today. So I've already punched out all of the pieces, and the first thing you'll want to do is with this gold piece, you'll want to flip it so the gold is facing down, and you'll start by folding these two little flaps in. And I'm using my bone fold to make sure I get a really crisp fold. Okay, next I'm going to use my dot adhesive and go ahead and put adhesive on those tabs. And then fold back this gold piece. And again, you want to make sure you have a crisp fold, so I would use the bone fold for all of my folds. And then go ahead and glue those straight down. Oh, messed up a little. Okay, so that your card looks like this. So next I'm going to take this flap right here, and we're going to fold it accordion style, starting with the piece that's not attached. So first you'll fold it back, and then fold this part in. Sorry. And then fold this part back as well. Okay, so now I have this little fold here. Next step is to take this bigger piece. It's labeled as B on your instructions. And this flap, put adhesive on the end of the flap, and then you take the big piece and insert it into this little pocket, and then this goes directly on the end of that B piece, just like that. So now when I pull out the card, that fold will go up with it. Okay. Next step is we want to attach this little supporting strip labeled as part D on the card, and it goes right here. So I'm just going to add a little adhesive to that, and I'm lining the top of the supporting strip to the crease right there. So, and then just centering that as best as you can onto the actual card. Okay, so that it looks like that. So now I'm going to, now that I've completed all of those steps, I'm going to set this aside and we're going to do some stamping. So go ahead and grab your smaller, this is the C card front is what it's labeled. And I have, so what I like to do is start with my sentiment. So I'm just using my Heather ink pad. And whatever stamp sentiment that you choose is fine. I'm going to use the Thinking of You, and then just try and center that the best you can and stamp. So for the flowers and the flower clusters, I think it's easiest to start with the biggest flowers. So these ones, and so there's two bigger flowers, this one and then this one right here. So let's go ahead and do that. To add a little more depth, I like to second generation some of my stamps as well. So let's show you how to do that. Let me put away my other other ink pads. So for this bigger flower, I'm using Pomegranate, Smoothie, and Pixie. Oops. And then I have a scrap piece of paper just over here off to the side to help me with second generation stamping. So let's start with this bigger flower. Okay, and I think I only want that one. The nice thing about this stamp is that it's so versatile and you can really do whatever design you want to. So then for the center of this flower, I'm using my Canary and Saffron ink pads. Okay, now we'll go ahead and move on to another flower. So for this flower, I'm going to use the Thistle and Eggplant inks. Set some of these aside. I think that's all I'll do for those flowers too. Okay, so next I'm going to do the leaves. I'll start with the bigger leaves just because I want to make sure I have space for them. So for that I'm using Fern and New England Ivy for all of the leaves. also gonna stamp this smaller leaf just so I know for spacing where I'm at. So I'm kind of ending up doing my own thing rather than sticking to the picture, but that's totally fine with these stamps. Like I said, you can do whatever you want, whatever sort of design you like, you can go with. So now for the stamp, I actually like to use this solid piece first. Just try and line it up as best you can. But I love how doing second generation will just add so much depth to the stamp. Set those aside for a minute. Next I'm going to take this little branchy piece and I'm moving on from fern to New England ivy just to help it give more depth. Leaves are a little tricky, but it helps if you have a darker color behind it so you can see exactly where the stems are for the leaves. Another thing that's fun to do with these leaves is you don't even have to stamp them on the stems. You can just do them by themselves. So we'll do maybe something like that. Where do I want it? Maybe right here. Just to add some leaves coming out. Okay, let's finish this flower. this little triangle piece, I think I want it stamped in Smoothie. Oops, sorry guys, I bumped you. Maybe I'll hold off for a minute on that one. Again, this one's a little tricky to line up. Just do your best. And just to finish off, I like to use this little flower as just kind of a filler. Any space you want filled. Again though, you can do it however you want. Okay, now we're gonna let this dry for just a second. So I'm gonna set it aside and I'm going to bring back this card. We're gonna open the card and on the inside is where we're going to stamp our inside sentiment. So I have here on a block already it says, you're in my heart. So I'll go ahead and stamp that again, and I think I wanna do it in, let's do Pixie. Okay, and then you'll just center it. Okay, so now let me move these inks out of the way. this back. Close our card, and then right here on this second flap right here, we're gonna put some adhesive. Sorry, I'm struggling with my card a little bit. There we go. And then this is going to go right on top of that crease right there. Okay, and then you have your finished card with the sentiment that pulls out, and anyway, it's kind of what it looks like when it's all done. Okay, thanks for watching.